Yes, welcome to the flagship Thunder and Lightning podcast. I'm Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
And we're just going to get right into it.
Anthony, how was your week? Is how this one goes.
No.
Right? No, it starts with me.
Yes.
Okay, we did it backwards the other. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
We did it the wrong way.
The first one.
Yeah.
We're gonna set things right here, right now.
By you telling us how your week
Yeah. My week was very good. Everybody stop the presses. What did I remind me?
Pokemon story.
Yes.
And while you talk, I'm going to change the title of the stream.
Okay. I have a Pokemon story.
I'm curious.
Yes. A while back, we had been talking about Pokemon Scale World figures.
Yes.
And how I might, maybe, definitely will get into them.
We already have one video up on our YouTube channel of you opening and opening them and being confused about the apple mint gum or whatever it is.
We have two more in the works, by the way.
I
two
love
more
that.
Videos
I really love the part of the video where you're like, I put Charizard on it. Oh, it broke. What is this?
I really didn't know. Why would I think there was gum in there?
It's a scam.
Yeah, more, and then it's candy. Gross. This thing has been traveling to my house for I did try it though. I did try it in one of the videos.
It's good.
It is
like
good.
Weird, but it's good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I had a whole bag of them, I don't think I'd bust through them. But like I
Yeah.
While I'm opening my toys, I'll chew on some gum.
It's exactly what I did. So I got a couple more. They've all so far been Bandai Namco, which is the official company that I've seen so far that makes.
Wait, are we about to get a
Pokemon Scale
follow-up
World
to what we were
figures.
talking about during our Mario stream? About how you're waiting for Gengar?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Ongoing story at
So,
Thunder and Lightning.
I made an order this February for a Gengar Haunter Ghastly set of Scale World figures.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about this on and off on this podcast for a while now.
Right.
Where
so these are official figures you ordered, but from a...
They're secondary companies that are in the same scale.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they're official. They look phenomenal.
But it's not. It's technically
It's not Bandai Namco.
A Bandai Namco Scale World figure.
Yeah, it's all these different studios, they call them, making of all these really cool toys.
Yeah.
They look really, really pristine.
And from what I saw, kind of affordable.
As affordable as the
Compared
Bandai Namco ones.
Right, right.
Everything is priced as expected. The quality, from what I've seen in pictures, is equal to what I'm getting with these Bandai Namco figures. So I put in a pre-order for February. This thing was supposed to come out in March.
Right.
All of March rolls around. I send an email, and they're like, yeah, it's getting backed up. It might be out in like a month or so. And I emailed them back essentially being like, look, this thing costs money. It costs enough money where I don't want to get randomly charged for... I've already talked about all this.
Yeah.
A lot of emails back and forth. They said it's getting pushed back to second quarter. Second quarter is come and gone.
Didn't they say basically like it might not come out?
Yeah, they essentially were like, it's up to the studio. If they choose not to release it, they choose not to release it. So I could just indefinitely have this charge over my head.
Right.
That just someday might happen. So here's what I said, and I think I talked about this on our Mario stream.
Yeah.
I said, I want to purchase a figure that's not a pre-order. One that they have in stock. I've done that.
Okay.
I purchased a
Oh.
I purchased a Machamp.
Okay. So from this company that refuses to give you the Gengar.
Yes, and the story gets a lot there. This story's about to kind of okay. So
all right. Really just in the last 4 days.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So I purchase this Machamp immediately as I'm checking out, already a different setup. They're like,
oh, a different checkout setup?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, okay, it'll come to you in 15 to 20 days. It's coming from China. They were pretty open about that. They're like, it's coming from China. It'll be to your doorstep 15 to 20 days. They had 7 different delivery options.
Okay.
3 of which cost the same amount of money and had vastly different timescales.
Oh, okay.
I picked the...
When you say delivery options, do you mean like FedEx, UPS, or do you mean like the expedited, pre-expedited?
Yeah, it was all those... It was words I've never seen before. I clicked on the cheapest one and the one that would take the least amount of time.
Got it. You did say... Yeah, I feel that.
So, that's on its way, supposedly, and I've gotten emails, and here's the deal. The email that sent me this... So I'm pretty sure these are the same company that I ordered these 2 things from. Different emails, different names of the company. One is the actual name. The Machamp that I just ordered is the actual site that I just purchased Machamp from.
Okay.
The other one seems like it's either at this point that other one either seems like it's a scam or it's like the company that owns the site.
So wait, I'm sorry. I thought so. The Machamp you ordered it from the same site that you ordered the Gengar from.
But this wasn't a pre-order. They had this Machamp in the store. You know.
That's so interesting to me. Who are you? This is like all of a sudden a Twilight Zone episode. Like, who were you emailing?
Oh,
that
I
email
know.
Address has been abandoned for 50 years. It's a ghost.
But it's just so wild. And then so they said because they were like, this is an estimated delivery thing.
Yeah.
I got an email I think yesterday or 2 days ago where they were like it's going to cost you $14 extra for shipping. And I was like, okay, this is the one and only time I'm going to do this though.
Cuz you really are curious if you get this Machamp doll. See that an ancillary email where they request more money for shipping sounds to me like you're buying this toy out of someone's basement.
Well, I think it's because all the shipments were very broad numbers and very specific, and we are as far away from this destination as it can be, so I think they're like, if you order this from Japan, if you order this anywhere outside of the country of origin, it's going to cost you this amount of money. Oh, you want it from the other side of the world? That's going to cost you more money.
Well, but when you were doing the initial checkout, was there anything on, like, you might get charged more?
Oh, yeah, it said estimated. Okay. It said estimated amount.
Okay.
So when they sent me that, I was like, okay.
You sort of expected it,
yeah,
but hoping it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but also, like, you better fucking send this thing.
Right. We're edging a little closer to you're never going to see this fucking Machamp. Just a tiny little bit, like the tiniest bit of doubt. Because the follow-up email for more money is sketchy.
Here's the fucking thing, okay?
Yeah.
I have an Instagram account.
Yeah.
And I'm watching people not affiliated with this company enjoying their little fucking Machamp that they definitely bought from this company.
Yeah.
They send these fucking things.
Okay.
Why don't they send them to me?
You shouldn't... Well, because you have like 11 more days left, right?
No, I know, but like if this thing doesn't show up,
oh no, I'm
what
sure
the fuck
it will.
am I doing?
No, I'm sure it will.
Do I not know the right people?
That's not. I don't think that's how it works.
But
I think you'll get this one. I think you'll get the Gengar is still a big question.
Well,
mark.
so
unless it's not.
No, it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm no further with the Gengar except I have more information. That information being, why was this a second email? Why does this one seem way more legit than the Gengar when I ordered them both from the same site? But beyond that, I looked into their policies. It took 6 months. I have to wait 6 months to cancel my order if they never said it was going to come.
Right. This info you got from
the
that
site.
First email.
Yeah. But they also mentioned, so the two things that like the FAQ said was there will be a charge if you cancel your order. Second bulletin, if your order hasn't come within 6 months, reach out to the email that I've been already going back and forth with.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do,
6 months?
February, this is August, so I'm waiting to the very first, I'm going back to the very first email I got, which I think was February 22nd.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait till August 22nd. I'm going to email them, and I'm going to say, listen, You did. Hopefully,
the time has
hopefully Machamp is on my shelf already.
Right.
And I'm gonna say, listen, I know this company sends me stuff. I know it's legit. I'm canceling this order because, frankly, I've actually seen figures I'm more interested for Gengar Gasoline Haunter. Anyways, I'm gonna say I'm canceling this order, and I'm not gonna. I'll refute any cancellation charge you send my way because you never planned on sending me this. Anyways,
right.
You're not gonna charge me for something you were never gonna send in the first place.
Yeah. You could do a chargeback from your bank of blatant evidence that you didn't receive the product.
Right. And
so you'd absolutely win that dispute.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I need to go home and make sure I got charged for Machamp.
Okay.
Because that would be also a little weird if I haven't gotten charged for him yet. Because supposedly.
So did you send the extra?
Yeah,
okay.
I did. Yeah, because I was like, okay. Also, I picked Machamp. There were a few other things in stock that I was like, oh, that's really cool. Pick Machamp because it's one figure. It wasn't a lot of money. So if they fuck me out of this, at least they didn't get me for like, a lot of money.
Right,
they got me for the least amount of money.
Right. If this experiment was an abject failure and they stole all your money and never gave you the Machamp, at least it's not that much money.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with that. We're currently in waiting for Machamp. He might show up while we're at Comic-Con.
That's crazy that this story is still going on. And I'm not sitting here being like, I wish Chris wouldn't bring this story up again. But I am sitting here like, where the fuck is his Gengar?
Oh, I know.
Why doesn't he have it yet?
I know.
It's weird.
No, it's why even?
It's fascinating to me. Especially as a customer service rep.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You could probably really relate. But, like, did this company really make did this studio really make the prototype of this Gengar Ghastly Haunter, and then we're like, oh.
And now we wait for Pokemon Company to actually give us the license, but we'll charge people. That's insane. Companies aren't doing that, right?
I don't know. Well, no. Here's what I'm saying. These studios don't give a shit about the licensing.
Okay.
I don't think, because there's hundreds of them from what I've seen, and I'm pretty sure none of them are licensed. I think what happened in this specific situation.
You got to think the Bandai Namco ones are, right?
Oh, well, yeah, they're the real ones. But here's why these secondary companies exist is because Bandai Namco making these Scale World figures, right?
Yeah.
They've made like 15 of the first 150 Pokemon, 151. They've made like at most 30 of them.
Okay.
So these other companies are like,
I'll
fucking make
blanks.
I'll make a Ditto. Why not?
Okay.
So that's why these companies are necessities.
Interesting. Then why are they allowed to do that?
I don't know if they are.
Interesting.
But that's not stopping me from getting all my 151 Kanto.
Yeah, and maybe
Pokemon.
it might also be a thing where it's like.
I think they fall under that artist thing. Artists can
maybe,
like make.
But it also might be even people who fall under that artist thing. If Pokemon Company and Bandai Namco want to be real shitheads about it, they can, right? But maybe it's one of those things where it's like we're just gonna do our thing. They're not hurting our sales that much, so they can keep going, and we have our fans who are like loyalists or whatever. It might literally be like Bandai Namco knows about this and doesn't care enough.
I think, honestly...
Or Pokemon Company knows about it and doesn't care enough.
You know what's even more bananas is maybe these studios do have the license, because I'm looking on this website, which funnels all these different studios. They're fucking selling Bandai Namco Pokemon Scale World figures on this site. Because I was scrolling, and I was like, wait, I have that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, okay. It seems like the Wild West. You think it wouldn't be? I know.
Yeah. Because I know what you mean when you say that, but you'd think that this would be locked down by now.
Yeah.
You would know better
than
anyone.
At this age in the internet.
As far as collecting figurines go, you would know better than anyone,
I always get my stuff in store for the most part.
Right.
And if I don't, I've always collected pretty recognizable brands.
Right.
Whether it be Star Wars, whether it be Marvel, it's all coming from Disney.
Yeah, true. Nowadays everything's Disney. Wait a minute.
But Bandai Namco also, every the next 2 videos that you're going to see are from Bandai Namco figures.
Speaking of Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
Whenever I turn on Elden Ring, I'm like, there it is.
That's right. I forgot FromSoft was a subsidiary of Bandai Namco.
But this is my first outing, my second, I guess, in trying to get a secondary figure, maybe ever. I don't know if I've ever gotten a non-official figure.
Right.
So it's interesting, and I will keep us updated. We should have, within the next 2 weeks at least.
At least a Machamp.
A Machamp. A Machamp should show up. And if a Machamp does, now the clock is just running for when I can reach out to them again and be like, none of this. None of this.
Right.
I'll know from there on out, I'm just going to buy in-stock figures from them.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to get out of this was, hey, I'm really enjoying this collection that I'm doing. I can't physically go somewhere and get what I want, so I at least want to do this in the most guaranteed way possible.
Yeah.
So I'm figuring it out.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. A lot of exciting things coming up for me. Next weekend, bands in the studio.
Comic-Con is fast.
Comic-Con is 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
We've got D&D Tuesday. We've got a packed schedule here at Thunder and Lightning Gaming.
But not anything to do with Thunder Lightning Gaming.
No, but
like
we're going to be around it.
Yeah.
Well, and Comic-Con definitely will. And this will be be our first Comic-Con with an Instagram, so we can give like on the spot updates.
We could if we wanted. That I'll let you be in charge of that.
I'll be in charge of it.
Okay.
Anniversary. Oh yeah, we did have our anniversary. We went away for the weekend, which was cool. Me and Pauline. I feel like I talked about that last time. No, we were just going away. I think this was the first podcast where we're back from that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Sure.
We had a lot of fun. We did like all the normal New Hampshire things.
Yeah.
We missed seeing elementals in the drive-in by one weekend.
Oh, okay.
Which was like.
So you've still not seen it?
No.
I'm gonna wait till it's on Disney Plus, but I am excited to watch that movie.
I'll
it looks
check it out.
Good to me. It looks really good, and it's already broached the top 15. Top 25 grossing movies of the year.
Oh, cool. Also, we got to see Barbie Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah, when's it? Oh my God! Why are we recording a podcast? Barbie is out right now. I'm good. I don't need to see Oppenheimer. If you want to see it, go for it.
I'll probably see it.
I think I'm good. I'll probably see it eventually. Robert Downey Jr. said that Oppenheimer was the greatest movie he's ever been in, so fuck Infinity War, I guess. And then Christopher Nolan, the director, said that Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Iron Man was, I forget exactly what his wording was, but he was like the greatest casting in all of cinema or something like that. And I was just like, all right. Sure.
Can all calm down a little bit.
Can all calm down a little bit. I know you made a movie. Also, apparently Oppenheimer, no CGI. So I guess they really blew up a bomb. I don't know what no CGI means.
Oh, yeah. I saw,
but apparently
I
Oppenheimer.
saw a meme about that.
Apparently Oppenheimer's 0 CGI, which is like not even the normal amount that you wouldn't notice.
Right.
But yeah, so I also have a story that I want to tell because I've been focusing on work a lot this week. But I did have a story of something cool that happened. So I watched this YouTube channel. It's called Mandalore Gaming, and all the games he reviews are like weird games. It's actually how I found out about Weird West.
Okay.
And then I started playing it, and I was like, this is great.
Barbieheimer.
But yeah, exactly. It's today. Barbieheimer's today.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
The BD day.
He kept using this word that I was unfamiliar with, and the word was abandonware, like the term software, but abandon instead of soft. And I was like, what does that mean? Do you know what this word means?
Old software, I'm going to guess?
Yeah, so I looked it up, and apparently abandonware means that this applies to PC games.
Okay. And
abandonware is essentially like some of these games are literally too old to be played, because old computer games, it would be like, this works on Windows 95 and not Windows 94 and not Windows 96.
Right.
And then the developer of that game is either not around or doesn't plan on doing anything with that game anymore. So it's become abandonware, which essentially means it's free to steal. It's chill to steal this game and just play it on your own. Putt Putt for a few years was abandonware, and then they put it on Steam. So now it's no longer abandonware. So I was thinking about when I was a kid, I was like, there's probably a few games that I know that are abandonware. So I looked up, do you remember the I Spy books? And in relation to the I Spy video games?
I think so.
So
you got a room of shit and you got to find
stuff.
Yeah.
But they were books, and the way they were set up, it wasn't just like a list, it was like a poem. It was like, I spy a this, and a rhyme, you know?
Yeah.
So I downloaded and started playing I Spy Treasure Hunt, which is a game that from my childhood. Spoiler alert, I beat it in like an hour because it's a children's game and I'm an adult now. But it was still pretty fun. It was just as fun as I remember it being. And then I was like, that was neat. I probably know some other games that are abandonware. So I looked up this video game called Carnivores. Have you ever heard of this game? So this game is just a dinosaur hunting game.
Okay.
It takes place in like 22 whatever, and you find a planet, and the planet has dinosaurs on it for some reason. So it's up to you to hunt them. And it's really hard. It's like brutally difficult. It's a first-person shooter. It's a very old first-person shooter.
I might actually know what this is. Are there power-ups on the map and stuff like that?
There's not power-ups on the map.
Okay.
You get one clip of ammo and one resupply drop per drop into the level, and that's it.
Interesting.
And there's other things you can do, like you can become invisible, or you can know where they are on the map, but that takes away from the money you get per mission, stuff like that. Anyways, it's not important. The story's is about this video game, but not about it, you know? So I looked up Carnivores, and I was like, this is probably abandonware. I would like to play it right now, please. So I looked it up. Turns out, not only is it not abandonware, there's a new one that just came out on Switch a few years ago.
Oh, shit.
So not only is it not abandonware, this series is still going, and the first two Carnivores games, Carnivores and Carnivores Ice Age, the two that I played, and I need to be clear about this, I played them at my grandmother's house. They were video games that my grandmother had. When it was time to go to my grandmother's house, sometimes I would jump on the computer and play these video games. Those two games, the two specific ones that she had, the first one and the Ice Age one, they're on the App Store on my phone.
Oh, sick.
So I literally downloaded them for free. They made them more like a phone game. You can pay to do this. You have to watch an ad to get a supply drop, stuff like that. They made it a phone game, but it's the same graphics. It's the same video game that I remember.
Oh, shit.
So today, the day we're recording this podcast, it is my grandmother's birthday.
Oh, cool.
I do not know how old she is. Forgive me. But I was going to do this anyways, but my dad was like, hey, make sure you text her happy birthday and stuff. I was like, I'm not going to text her. I called her instead of texting her. And I was like, hey, just want to say happy birthday. Sorry, I'm not going to be at the thing, whatever. But also, I wanted to tell you about this. And I told her everything I told you about abandonware and what it means and how it works. And then I told her that I was playing Carnivores. And she was like, basically, this conversation with my grandmother turned from me telling her a story about a thing I learned to me walking her through how to download Carnivores on her iPad.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
So, yeah, she's ready to go on Carnivores. She downloaded it, and she was like, oh, now I'm playing it. I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to work. It was just
cool.
so cool. I was like, I want to share this story with my grandmother. And then she was like, fuck that. Tell me how to play this game. Essentially, I was like, all right, yeah.
Did she play it with you when you were a kid?
No, but it was her game, so she would play it in
Oh,
her free
okay,
time.
okay.
And then when I, because she had quite a few games. None of them were humongous entertainment games. Those are ones that I actually had. I had a few Freddy Fish games when I was a kid. As the story goes, I played Freddy Fish, you played Putt Putt, and neither one of us played Spy Fox and Cold Cereal. But yeah, there was some super generic games, like there was a Mahjong game she had and a Brick Breaker game, but the two and a pinball game. But the two that always stuck out to me were these Carnivores games, because I Spy was also mine. I brought that one over to her house and we played it together at some point. But Carnivores was like, this is her game, but I play it. We both play it. It's a great game. I haven't played it. Is it abandonware? Oh, it's super not abandonware. I could play it for free right now. I'm playing it.
That's awesome.
That's how it went. I could play right now. I'm playing it. Hey, Grandma, are you playing it too? She's like, tell me how. Okay, now I am playing it. We're both playing it. Okay, bye. And it was just like, what a crazy, week that I had. What if I didn't start watching that YouTube channel and I didn't learn the term abandonware and exactly what it meant? Pajama Sam. Pajama Sam is the one that you... Oh, yeah. Pajama Sam is the one that you played. You played Pajama Sam. You played Putt Putt. I played Freddy Fish. No one likes Spy Fox and Gold Cereal. As far as I can tell, I've never seen any videos on it.
I miss playing Putt Putt on this channel.
Well, you see, every time we try, something goes wrong. So we'll make it happen again.
That's how that sentence is supposed to end.
Yeah. Oh, or I get beat up. Yeah, no, I know. I know my fate. I know my fate with Putt Putt and his dog, who's called Pep. You knew. You
I was drinking.
Oh, okay. All right. And the cheese squigglies that just look like cardboard paper. They look disgusting. They don't.
Are cheese squigglies in every game? Just the zoo, right?
I don't fucking know.
I would love it if Cheese Squiggly showed up again.
I've played Saves the Zoo, and I've played Joins the Race, the two that you made me play, and that's it.
But doing some shit. That's the melody.
Yeah. But enters the race. That's what it's called, because that fits the cadence of what you just sang.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. That's going to be the melody every time, every title. We're just going to keep doing that, though.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
Should be a real life snack. I would not eat them.
I would.
You can do your own unboxing of those, but I would not eat them. They look as disgusting as they do in game. I would not eat them. I can only imagine they'll have actual cheese on them this time. Also, car shouldn't be able to taste. I'm not going to quibble. Anyways, they eat food in cars as well, and it's
do
like,
you think
how?
Putt Putt is part of the Cars universe? I do.
Absolutely not.
What?
One of them's Pixar, and one of them's not Pixar.
But they're both living cars.
He could be. He functions the same way as them.
That's what I'm saying.
Same way, but I don't. Do I think he's like? Do I think he's part of it? No, he's absolutely not part of it. But he could be.
Putt Putt.
Yeah.
Eyes. Headlights are his eyes.
Oh, you're right. So he is wrong, because their eyes are the windshields.
He's another universe in that. In the.
So in Cars
IP.
In Cars 5,
Endgame Cars 5, yes.
Cars 4, sorry, in Cars 4, they go into the multiverse.
Yeah.
And instead of finding, I don't know, a multiverse where they're all humans or a multiverse where they're all ducks, they find a multiverse where they're all cars, but the eyes are the headlights instead.
Yeah. Well, that's one of them. That's one of them. It's a multiverse.
Okay. I see. So what you're proposing is a better multiverse movie than Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I see. Where we like let each multiverse sort of like simmer a bit before we move on to the next one. I see. So this is on par with Abracatastrophe. Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
Let's talk about news, and I do want to start real quick. There's an important cheeseburger update.
Oh.
Because obviously I haven't tried it. The real cheeseburger from Taiwan Burger King.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Obviously, I haven't tried it,
but
you and I have, at this point, seen a video of someone eating it, and I did not, I want to eat it even less now. I want to try it even less, because I did not consider what would happen to 20 goddamn pieces of cheese when you, with your human mouth, the only one that you'll ever have, bites through 20 pieces of cheese. This woman took a bite. She was like, I don't know, it's pretty good. And she shows the bun, and it's like one solid coagulated block of cheese. I wanted to puke. And here's what's up. That video is exactly what I didn't want to see, which is someone taking a bite of and luxuriating in the real cheeseburger. I'm glad I did, because now I know not to. Now I know what I'm missing out on, I guess. But like, my word, that was disgusting. That was a disgusting video, a visceral video. I hate it even more now.
Guitar Center called me while we were live.
Uh-oh.
Like right now.
Are they watching?
No, well, this was like an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they were watching.
Maybe they were watching. You mentioned something about, you briefly mentioned something about your band practicing. You're wearing a Weezer shirt. Maybe they saw maybe they don't know how chat works. And they're like, we got this dude's number. We want to tell him how cool his Weezer shirt is.
Well, no, I think it's because I didn't bitch about my guitar.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I bitched about my guitar.
No, you bitched about Pokemon, and then you talked about how your schedule's busy and
I brought a guitar in there on the 3rd. They said it would take 2 weeks.
Oh.
I need it for recording next week.
Oh, so that was probably
it.
Them being like, "Hey, we have it."
Yeah,
idiot.
my doctor's my
doctor.
my guitar has been at the doctor's.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, "Why'd you say doctor?" But it makes sense now. Mjolnir.
That's my Les Paul's name.
Oh, okay.
Because it's so fucking heavy.
I see.
Physically. I mean, it also has a deep tone, but it's very physically heavy.
Cool, man. What news? What news did? What news do? No? Update from the strike. Everything's canceled.
I know. That I know.
Everything is on hold. Secret Invasion has 1 episode left, and I just...
I did watch the next one.
So you've seen 2 episodes now?
Yeah.
Okay. If I could talk... Actually, yeah. If I could talk about Secret Invasion for like 1 second without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
My biggest issue with this show is just like, I finished an episode, and I'm like, that was neat. What is this show about?
Yeah.
And I think at this point, at the end of episode 5... if you were like, tell me what this show is about in 1 sentence, I could probably do it. I think I know what's happening now, but it's just the way they're telling this story is so weird, and the characters they've chosen to tell this story, but more importantly, the characters they've chosen to omit from telling this story, like, spoiler, I guess, but Carol Danvers is not in this show. You think she would be at least
I was
bit
expecting her to show up.
because Skrulls. I don't know if you guys watch anime, but the summer season. Oh, nice.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I don't think either of us keep up with like current anime.
No, we try.
Well, no.
Tried.
I mean like every season, like, oh, what's the new?
No.
A bunch of anime coming out.
No.
We have the animes that we watch, and we watch them when they come out. But as far as like, did you see the new lineup of anime? Where it's not really where we are, but occasionally I'll hear about a good one and tap in. Yeah, I don't know. Secret Invasion's weird, and it has 1 episode left, and I don't know if it's gonna be. I know it's not gonna be a satisfying ending.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah.
Just my thoughts because I was watching Secret Invasion and I was just like, it's the TV shows. Marvel made a huge jump, and they should have spaced it out a bit better. We're in Phase 5 currently.
I think we're exactly 1 movie into Phase 5, right? Oh no, 2: Ant-Man and Guardians.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Both 1 TV show.
Both really good.
I also thought yes, both very good. That's number 1, by the way, and number 4 on the top grossing movies of the year.
Oh, awesome.
Oh no, sorry. Number 2 and number 4. Number 1 is Mario. Sorry. Yeah.
Here's where Marvel went wrong in Phase 4. They made 2 big jumps in the same phase, and I think it's they decided to axe the original 6 more or less Avengers one way or another. I think we're exactly down 3. One of them just got his 4th movie, and I think that'll be the only 4th movie we'll see, except maybe Spider-Man, for one single hero, because it didn't work out well.
We're technically getting a 4th Captain America movie, but Steve Rogers is not going to be present.
I'd consider that a new...
Right.
Like...
No, you did... I just wanted to bring it up because you did specify for a character.
For an actor,
right,
I think we'll say.
Yeah.
They axe the original 6. Thor is still here. Hulk is still here. And Hawkeye seems like he's on his way out.
Seems like he's passing the torch. If he never showed up again, I think it would be weird.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating him showing up briefly and then never again. Maybe they even kill him off in a thing.
He's clearly on his way out one way or another.
But they have confirmed a 5th Thor movie, right? Or did I?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard that. But what I'm getting at is they don't have somebody to lean on. In Phase 4, they didn't have anybody to lean on. What I mean by that is, if all else fails, the new Captain America movie's gonna be good. If all else fails, the new Iron movie's gonna be good.
I think that was Guardians.
In Phase 5.
Oh, you're talking about... Sorry.
I'm still talking about Phase 4.
Sorry, ignore me.
So all of Phase 4, we didn't have the... Oh, well, at least we're going to see this guy's movie. Unless the third Spider-Man movie technically kicked off Phase 4, but if that's the case, you gave us your finale at the very beginning.
The second and third Spider-Man movie are Phase 4.
Okay.
Because Spider-Man Far From Home, the one in Venice with Mysterio, that was the first film in Phase 4. Because that was post-Endgame.
Right.
So technically we got 2 Tom Holland Spider-Mans in Phase 4.
I don't think it was enough. This phase never ended, and I blame COVID for that.
Yes, that is COVID's fault. But it did pave it. The point I think you're eventually getting to, it paved the way for lots of TV shows.
That was the other thing.
Like, we have a lot of time to fill. Let's make way too many TV shows.
Yeah, they don't have a single or group of heroes to cling on to where, if not all else fails, you have this. The Spider-Man movies were there. I don't think they filled enough of a void to fit 3.5, 4 years. And then the TV shows were subpar. I think I'm feeling the opposite I feel for Star Wars right now, which is I think Marvel's got to be on the big screen. I think Star Wars has to be a TV show.
Well, and I think that Marvel, I agree with you. I think that maybe not about Star Wars, but about Marvel, I think I agree with you because You can clearly see that they realized it was too many because they're clearly scaling back because the Secret Invasion is the first Phase 5 show. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the first Phase 5 show. And then the second one is going to be Loki, and that's not going to come out until, I think right before the Marvels, which, by the way, new Marvels trailer. It made the movie look way better than the first one.
Oh, cool.
It's called Trailer 1 because the first one is technically a teaser.
Is Kamala screaming nonstop in this one?
Not nonstop. They do show the clip of her with the cat.
Okay.
But she's not screaming nonstop. No, it was much more. It was much more well balanced of a focus as far as a trailer is concerned. There was an equal amount Fury, Spectrum, Carol, and Kamala.
Okay.
Cool. And villain.
Yeah. Cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. I feel like Doctor Strange should have been the connecting string for Phase 4. Yeah, and Doctor Strange was just a weird, I don't know. I like Doctor Strange too. I think it's a good film. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
I recognize why a lot of people didn't like it. Especially because that movie, more than any other movie, is the well, did you watch WandaVision? Did you watch this? Did you see this? Did you watch What If?
Mm-hmm.
That's the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas, Thor, sure, maybe you watch Endgame, but if you didn't, I think you'll be fine watching Thor 4. It's not a great film, but, as far as, being caught up with the story, I think you'd be good just watching the first 3 Thor films.
Yeah.
But Doctor Strange 2 was well, you had to see this. You have to know about this. You have to watch all of WandaVision. You have to do... And obviously not an issue for us because we do watch everything. But it was just a lot of wow, that's the level for entry for this just okay movie is pretty rough.
Yeah. And I think it was too many steps out of the norm for Phase 4 to work. I think they thought they were bulletproof. I think they took off their vest and said, shoot me. I think they got rid of everything that would have made it okay and said, let's give it a shot.
That little kid, you see the meme of the little kid where he's just shoot me. Have you seen this? No, it's so great.
But that's what it felt like. It felt like nothing could touch them, and then they got rid of everything that we've all come to love over the last 15 years, and they were like, but you'll love this shit. And we're like, some of it's cool.
Oh, She-Hulk. Was She-Hulk Phase 5?
No, She-Hulk was Phase 4. I'm not saying everything in Phase 4 sucked. I'm just saying...
I was just trying to remember the first Phase 4 TV show. I think it's this. First Phase 5.
I think you're right. And all that to say, I'm lacking on Secret Invasion because I'm just like, holy shit, another show that isn't one of the better things that are coming out this year.
Right.
For Marvel or in general.
Right.
Like, I'm not coming out of 2023 being like, oh, fucking Secret Invasion, right? It's like...
Right. Yeah.
Guardians 3 was
No,
awesome.
I don't think anybody is, and that's my, like, main issue with it, that just, like, Secret Invasion is happening, and I'm watching it, and I'm understanding what's happening, and I'm seeing these characters that I like, and I do want to, if I can praise the show a bit,
sure.
This show is exceptionally acted. All the scenes between Ben Mendelsohn and Samuel L. Jackson are great and captivating. Sam Jackson is such an amazing actor, but that goes into another problem that this show is having. One of the greatest actors on the planet is in this show, and no one gives a shit about it.
Sam Jackson?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so weird that it's like, this is possibly the first TV show to star Sam Jackson. I think he might have been on a few animated things, but this is like the Sam Jackson TV show, and everyone's
he
just
was like, wait a minute, wasn't he Black Dynamite?
He wasn't Black Dynamite.
Who was he?
He was Afro Samurai.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
But isn't he also on the Boondocks?
Is Sam Jackson on the Boondocks?
Not the Boondock Saints. The Boondocks.
No, I know. I don't know.
I think he might be. I don't know. But this is this is like the Sam Jackson show.
Yeah.
And no one cares.
Well, nobody cares because Marvel is at this point 3 years in set us up not to care. I don't care about Marvel TV shows. I'd much rather at this point, knowing what they're like, I'd much rather know what the setup for the next Avengers movie is going to be. I'd much rather know when Deadpool's coming out. I'd much rather know what the movies are doing. The TV shows really feel like COVID filler. And I'm sure, to some degree, they were. It's just too much. And I really can't enjoy 1 out of 5 of them.
Right.
And still be excited to watch them.
Right.
That's my issue.
Right. And the other issue, which ties into exactly what you're saying, is you're saying that you're not super hyped for the TV shows, but you are pretty hyped for the movies. Well, going back to an issue we were talking about earlier, unfortunately, you have to watch Secret Invasion in order to watch the Marvels, I assume, because the homeboy's in the trailer.
That's the thing. I'm not complaining about having to watch all these things. It's just too much. It's just too much.
Well, I think they're learning, because if you noticed, there's 2 TV shows this year and not 4, you know?
Right. I predict in Phase 5, we're only 3 items into Phase 5.
Right.
I have a feeling we're going to start getting back on track. We really went like this. Like Endgame happened, and then it was like, oh, no. I think we're going to start peaking upwards again.
Speaking of, I just realized this is probably why we got a Marvels trailer. San Diego Comic-Con is happening right now.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to get a ton more trailers this weekend. Also, if I can just... One more thing about Phase 4, and this is a good one of the good things about Phase 4 that I think they should keep doing. I really want more Marvel special presentations, because the 2 we got were amazing.
Name me the second one.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special, and Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
They were both incredible, and I'm definitely going to watch them again when their seasons come.
Oh,
like when October and December comes.
Well, that's the thing. That was a cool little thing that they did.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're... All this to say, they went way too far off the cliff with Phase 4. Phase 4 was a lot of let's try some shit out. We got some good, we got some bad, but we got a lot of bad.
Yeah. The other thing that I think is proof that they're learning from, call it what you will, for Phase 4, what they're learning from Phase 4, is that one of the TV shows that's coming out is going to be an optional watch. Because they're making a Marvel Zombies animated TV show. But it's going to be like, there's no way you have to watch that in order to watch Avengers 5, you know? Right. But then there's like, they recently, I just found out, there was going to be an Armor Wars TV show starring Don Cheadle's War Machine. They did, in fact, turn that into a movie. So it's going to be an Armor Wars movie now instead of a TV show.
War Machine deserves a movie at this point. I can get behind that.
Yeah, War Machine is literally always a side character, including but not limited to Secret Invasion.
Yeah. We got the Disney Plus shows made me want more of the Netflix Marvel shows. I never really watched the Netflix Marvel shows, but I can only imagine they're either on par or maybe a little better than the Disney Plus one.
Oh, sorry, I completely zoned out. Yes, no, the Netflix Marvel shows were okay. Some of them were exceptional. Those being Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Some of them were just okay but watchable. Those being Punisher and Luke Cage. And some of them were absolutely fucking god-awful, those being Iron Fist and The Defenders. The Defenders was a 6-part special which brought all of them together. It was Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. It was terrible. And the main villain was Sigourney Weaver. And somehow they fucked that up. It was a terrible show. But if you're going to... If at any point you were like, I think I'll watch those, definitely start with Daredevil, only because he's getting his own show again in the MCU. It seems like it's definitely going to be a follow-up, especially after She-Hulk.
It's going to be a TV show?
It's going to be an 18-episode TV show.
I have a feeling...
called Daredevil Born Again.
I have a feeling it'll be good. That's the thing. Not every show sucked. She-Hulk was my favorite. She-Hulk was my favorite.
She-Hulk more than Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, She-Hulk are all up there.
Those are the winners.
I think
sure.
She-Hulk is my favorite, and I'll tell you why. Because with Loki, except for Loki, again, female form, there's no real character introduced.
Except Mobius.
Yeah, which I honestly thought he wasn't going to show up again. I guess he's going to show up in fucking something entirely different.
Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stress this enough. They said that there's going to be a, quote, action scene between Deadpool, Mobius, and Miss Minutes, who's the animated clock thing, so I don't know about that.
It's definitely... That's going to be first of all, Deadpool 2 set it up to be a time travel type of movie or multiverse type of movie.
I'm fully expecting, like scene 2 of Deadpool 3 is Mobius being like, you fucked with time, you're under arrest, bitch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It would fall in perfectly with the storyline that they've been setting up for Deadpool.
Is that the first official... No, because Spectrum's going to be in the Marvels. Never mind. I was going to say, is that the first... And so is Kamala. I was going to say, is that the first official TV character jump to movie? But since the Marvels, it won't be.
What was I saying?
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. Neither Captain America and the Winter Soldier or Loki really introduced some main characters. She-Hulk is a brand new, like she's an action figure, a brand new character that I can enjoy, and she was the main character, and I can't wait to see her in something else.
And she also brought a bunch of cool new characters and a bunch of cool old characters.
Exactly.
Daredevil and Hulk, but also Madison.
Unfortunately,
to name a few.
Madison, yes. Unfortunately, but it's not where you think.
But not where you think. She's the best. Is there a Legends figure of her?
No.
Bad job.
They were gonna make a show with her and Wong, or a movie. No, somebody wanted there to be, somebody high up wanted there to be a movie.
Make an MCU special presentation, half-hour long, them fucking around in Wong's apartment that he apparently lives in.
I'd watch that.
I would watch the fuck out of that.
The issue with the shows is that's the only new character I've come to love. They introduced 3 new characters. They introduced Moon Knight, they introduced Miss Marvel, they introduced She-Hulk in the TV shows. Everybody else has already been introduced.
As far as main characters are concerned?
Yes. Everybody else, I already know. Even if you change names. Falcon, I already know you.
Right.
I already like you. I didn't need a TV show to like you.
Everyone else who was introduced was either a side character who didn't make it to the end of their show, like Billy and Tommy, or like Bad Captain America, or someone who was just completely uninteresting and won't come back again in a super major way.
Bad Captain America will come back.
Oh, true. He's going to be in Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah, and that's cool. And I'm interested to see how that plays out because it's a cool dynamic. He thinks he's a good guy, more or less, and
Madam Hydra is kind of enforcing that.
Right.
Reinforcing his, you're a good guy, sure.
And that's really cool, and I'm excited to see more of that. Not the main character of the TV show Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Right, of course.
She-Hulk
He thinks he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is great.
Exactly. She-Hulk is, and she's the only one out of the 3 new heroes that we've been introduced to that I like.
I'm so glad that show was good because leading up to it, it looked so bad, and then it aired. And I was like, okay, no, It's really good.
I'm super excited. I can't wait for the day where we get She-Hulk and Deadpool on the same screen. It's going to be nuts.
That'll be nuts, literally. That'll be... Yeah, I wonder if that'll ever happen.
But I don't have... See, that's She-Hulk, right? And I'm excited. I have things that I want to see She-Hulk do.
Mm-hmm.
Then you bring it over to Miss Marvel, and... Oh, she's going to be in something else. That's awesome. She's fucking screaming. She's so fucking annoying. Yeah. Every second she's on the screen, at least of the teaser that I saw, and it's like, I still think I really don't like you. This character just is not for me.
This is the movie, right? That if we still don't like her, it's like, well, maybe there's no hope for this character. She's cool in the comics, and her fucking show ended with a little, like, twist that, if I'm being honest, I don't see panning out in any way that's special. They basically, at the end of her show, revealed that she's a mutant. She's an X-Men.
Yeah.
And I really don't see anything happening with that. Maybe it will, but, like, I don't know.
She was cool in the Avengers video game. The Avengers video game got me excited for Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
I thought I was
going to
really
right?
like it. At first, at least. Yeah, I never finished that game, not because of her, but because the game was kind of
terrible
iffy.
game.
Yeah,
it was marketed poorly, and the main villain's MODOK, right?
I don't think I even got that far, because I got to a point where I was playing Hulk, and it just didn't let me continue.
This video game.
Yes.
Miss Marvel is on the cover.
Yeah, no, she was really cool in that video game.
I heard that she was the main character, but she wasn't in, like, any of the promotional stuff.
Yeah.
Which, like, can't help but notice that everyone's white except her. I don't know if I'm looking too far into it, but I was just like, Miss Marvel's cool. Put her in the fucking, especially if she's the main character. I don't know. It's weird.
I think it's this actress, and I think it's the writing style. I think they just really want her to be super hyper, kind of annoying teenager, but it's going to be charming, but it's not charming.
I think that's going to play well in the Marvels, because I think when you, Chris, are like, God, she's annoying, we're going to have Captain Marvel be like, wow, she's pretty annoying, you know? And then by the end of the movie, we like all three of them. That's the hope, you know?
That is the hope. I'd like to see it happen. I have some serious doubts.
Is Guardians of the Galaxy the only good recent Marvel game? No, Marvel Snap. The phone game,
sure.
if you count that. That game rips ass, and I love it. No, not rips ass. Beats ass. It doesn't matter. Rip ass means farting. Marvel Snap is good. And it's the only video game that has seasons that I've bought into with real money and participated actively in every single season the game has ever had.
Cool.
Because it's very fun. Before we end, because we're getting close, I just want a quick shout out to Adam Conover, actor who used to work for College Humor and Dropout. He's from Adam Ruins Everything, which is an actual TV show. He is, like, putting in the fucking work on in the strike.
Oh, really?
And he's been posting constant updates for consumers. He's been like on the front line of the Writers Guild strike. Recently, he went before Los Angeles City Council, and he basically gave a speech, like a 2-3 minute speech, where he was like, here's what the strike is affecting, here's how it's affecting jobs, here's how it's affecting other stuff, we need your financial backing. And he got a unanimous yes.
Cool.
So it seems like the Los Angeles City Council is going to start throwing some funds at the strike relief program, whatever you call it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The strike is still going, and I'm it's cool to see people like Adam Conover.
Yeah.
Also, Jane Fonda, who I did not know was still with us, was on the front lines the other day, like, giving a speech talking about how shitty it is that the strike is happening in the first place, which I thought was cool, because she's, like, very famous.
Well, there's a lot. These guys, Weezer, actually, Pauline showed me a TikTok video of, I can only imagine, a writer or somebody who works with the writers being like, Weezer is here doing an acoustic set, and then she turns the camera and there's Weezer just like on you know how there's trees and like they have like a structure around them you can sit on. They're just standing on that.
Nice.
And everybody's just jamming with Weezer right there.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great, because the biggest concern during a strike is well, gosh, I hope the people striking don't run out of money and go hungry and die. So it seems like
that's what Hollywood's waiting for.
No, I know. Adam Conover in one of his things was like, here's the shit that they're like saying they're gonna their plan is literally to like wait until we drop dead and we need. Also, they released a statement. The SAG released a statement of basically like, here's what we asked for and here was their response, and it was like most of it was no's, and it was like some of them were like basic human needs. Like one of them was like, we want longer breaks for these like specific actors or writers, and it's like no, their response was no. And one of them was like, women who have to work, who have to act in like corsets or binding or like any outfit that's like too restrictive should get more money, and they were like no. But other stuff, it was like, what if we're getting this much, what if we wanted this much? And they were like, what if you wanted this, we'll give you this much. And it's like, no, it's just like completely like money grubbing, like super villain level, like no, and there's really nothing you can do about it, so strike, I guess.
Jesus.
Because if you strike, eventually you'll die, and then we win. And it's like, whoa, okay.
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman actually did, because SAG did just get into it, and they are members, so they did officially walk off of Deadpool.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm sure you read that.
Deadpool was like the first big movie to be have production halt. The Wicked movie with Jeff Goldblum and I think Ariana Grande had 10 days left in shooting, and they had to
Wow.
stop it to go strike.
Wow.
And the Haunted Mansion premiere in Disney World happened without actors. The Oppenheimer premiere, half the cast walked out halfway through because the strike was starting as the movie was playing. And Christopher Nolan, like, it was literally like Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Cillian Murphy, Jim from The Office's wife, I forget her name at the moment. But the mom from from this movie where they can't talk, the Last of Us movie. What the A Quiet Place. That fucking movie. They all left, and Christopher Nolan had a...
that was his real wife in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Pam.
No, you think I'm talking about Karen, whatever her name is? No, I'm talking about his real wife in real life. Her. She's in Oppenheimer. They all left, and Christopher Nolan had a statement where he was like, I kind of expected that to happen during the movie, and I don't feel any, like, I'm not like, oh man, Matt Damon walked out. Like, I support what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because like as a director, he's kind of the only person not affected by what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. It's rough. And
when do we go on strike?
The CEOs need to stop money grabbing. Yeah. That's a great question, Chris. When do we, like, because that's what one of Matt Adams' videos was like how do I help, right? Do I cancel my Netflix subscription? Would that help? You know, stuff like that. So it's an interesting time. The strike's already, the writer part of the strike's already been going on for like a month and a half or something like that.
Most of them have got to be gone at this point.
Gone? What do you mean?
What Hollywood wants. I'm trying to think like a big Hollywood CEO.
Oh,
most of them have to be dead at this point. So
yeah,
it's only a matter of time on that front.
but just skinny white people, they're probably dropped dead by now, right? What? They're all alive. No casualties. Damn it. I'm Netflix.
More or less, though, right? That's the vibe that they're giving off.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing with me there, because I could have looked like a real asshole. That's what I wanted.
I didn't get what you were saying at first, but once I was locked in, I was like, oh, yeah. And that's our new segment called Bit Analysis, where we analyze things on the spot right after they happen. A bit review with Chris and Anthony, because we can't go by Thunder and Lightning because it's anyways, doesn't matter. The strike is happening, and the longer it happens, the more we suffer. Unfortunately, obviously that's not the point, but it's gonna
cinematic reliefs might get a little slim next year.
It's gonna get to the point. Well, when I said we, I meant all consumers.
No, I know.
But
I
like,
know.
It you know, if this strike goes on long enough, it's gonna get to the point where there are no TV shows and no movies. Like the last time there was a strike, I was in like I think 10th or 11th grade, which like fuck Hollywood for there to be a the like when I lived through that first strike, I was like, wow, that was so rare. That probably won't happen again. And like, fuck them for letting it happen again in my lifetime. Like, I know people live for a long time, but I was just like,
in your lifetime, we've only been out of high school almost 10 years.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It was like so soon. I was like, oh, I'm glad that the writer's strike ended, and now I can start watching TV again, because that's where my head was at as a high schooler. Probably not gonna be one of those again. Like, there already is one of those. Like, it was so soon. But yeah, the last writer's strike was so like, there's nothing on, and you turn on Conan, and Conan is like, let's see how fast I can spin a nickel on my desk, because there's no writers. And now the actors are striking too. You'd think that would be enough to be like, oh shit, the fucking actors are out. Matt Damon walked out of his own premiere. We gotta do something about that. But I don't know.
They said to not promote any new movies and TV shows, right? Oh, well, we're fucking that up already.
Well, we're not being paid to. That's where I think the disconnect is. Like, we can say like, yeah, we can say like, you and I are allowed to say, oh, we can't wait to watch the next Futurama season. But if Futurama came to us and was like, hey, Thunderland Gaming, here's some money, talk about us, we'd probably have to say no if we want to support the strike. But no, it's
that's not to say it wouldn't be nice to be asked.
That's not to say it wouldn't be nice to be asked. Hulu. Sorry to repeat my partner just for to make a point, but like, I'll subscribe to you if you sponsor me.
Sub for sub.
Sub for Hulu, sub for sub. I'll sub to you. You give me $100 to talk about the new Futurama season.
But like, not that we will, because fuck you right now, I guess. But like,
right now, no, fuck you right now, definitely.
Well, you can still ask.
You could, yeah, you could have. It's kind of fucked that you didn't ask,
yeah.
Actually. So, like, we'd say, this is what we're saying. We'd say no, but like, it's kind of fucked you didn't even ask. Kind of fucked.
I think that's a good note to end on.
Yeah, fuck Hulu. No. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go home and continue watching Mayans on Hulu. Which is actually what I was doing before I came.
And
here.
Secret Invasion on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't expect Stranger Things until we're dead and gone.
No.
Until we're all
Those
dust.
actors are gonna be old geezers.
These fuckers made a show starring kids, and they were like, this goes beyond this. This is a problem I had before the strikes were happening. They were like, let's make a show where all the main characters are kids, and then take fucking forever to write seasons. They're going to be 30 years old, 40, 50 years old. Fucking Finn Wolfhard's 70 years old. And it's like, oh yeah, I guess it's the kid from Stranger Things.
I follow Millie Bobby Brown on Instagram.
Okay.
And she's just like at Disney. She's just doing whatever, she made millions when she was like 15, so why not?
Right.
She's just having a life, saving dogs and shit like that's
at
what
Disneyland,
she does.
At Disneyland, do you mean like?
Yeah,
like,
well, right now, because I saw her post today, she's having fun at Disney, and it's like, yeah, you got nothing else to do.
Right.
Nothing else going on.
Everything she does is either Godzilla or it's streaming, because she's Sherlock Holmes for Netflix, and she's Stranger Things for Netflix.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's the thing. It's she seems like she's fine financially, but there's some people who are just fucked because streaming services are like doing this to the writers. I don't know. We're done podcasting. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, Let's Plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.